Alright, we are just waiting for Twitch to come online. Right now I think YouTube is good. Online. Right now. That might be a little echo. Alright, so it looks like it's good. Let's go to Twitch. Alright, looks like they are both online, so we can get started. Alright, so we are at Talladega today. Should be an interesting race. Hopefully a little less eventful than the last couple. But let's do this. Let's do 2 times. Alright, so we will be doing a 30% race at 57 laps. Of course, we're doing cautions. And let's see. About getting this started. Yeah, let's do that, and then turn that off, and then turn that back on. Alright, I think we're good to go now. Oh, of course, turn display back on. There we go. Alright, I think we're good now. Okay, so welcome back. And now that I'm looking at all this, it looks like a lot of things are messed up. Hold on. Took away like everything. Alright, now we are good to go. Hopefully everybody can hear me. We are at Talladega. See, Talladega Super Speed. We are at 57 laps. So let's get started. Let's go to fast forward to see who is on the pole. Looks like Ward is on the pole. Cargo, Pitch, Mass, and Torres are the top 5. Brooks is 16th. So it looks like he's got a little bit of work to do just to get back up to see if he can make it a 3-peat, because Brooks has won the last 2 races here at the number 80. So we will see. I know he has the talent to win, because I know in a couple of my test races he qualified first, so he definitely has the talent to get up there. Go ahead and fast forward.
Drivers, to your car.
Let's see if anybody blew any engines. It does not look like it, so I think we are good to go. A little bit of spacing at the start, but I think everybody will scrunch back up. Alright. Let me go ahead and open up. And here we go, starting. To the front, looks like teammates are first and right behind him with 10 and a 6, so we're definitely going to get some good pushing. And it looks like the 10 got a great start on there. Maybe even started a little bit earlier. But the 10 of Ward definitely got a good start on that green flag. It looks like the racing will be behind him for at least a couple of laps. It looks like 6 is in second place, with Cargo of the 54 in third place. As we see the bunch, a little bit of movement going on. Looks like the 10 and the 6 did get a decent start, and then we'll start to pull away as we see Cargo in the 54 right behind them, and then the 17 of Mass, and then the 42 of Green. And we got the 0 of Thorn, and then behind him is Paul in the 4 car, and he's getting a race for by the 29 and the 9, but looks like the 20 or the 9 got pushed back a little bit. Probably got stuck in a position he did not want to be in. We see some movement back as the front is starting to stretch out. We take a look at a view of the whole pack. We're watching Walker Sr. trying to have a good race here today. I think his team has not had the greatest stretch of races the last couple of races. So he's definitely looking for a strong finish today. Still looks like first and second are both from Pitch Racing right now, with Cargo and Mass both behind them. So we take a look at the back of the pack. It looks like we have Emerson. We have Bowers in the 05. I think he had just gotten a new sponsor for this race, so he's hoping for a good showing. We see some racing right in front of him. There's a 3-wide battle between the 38, the 68, and the 8, but it looks like the 38 got a huge run and just passed a few cars. So it's definitely good there. See Hannon 16 trying to work his way up. And he's running right behind Srivastava on the 7 and Sanders in the 21. And then the 1 there is Walker Jr., who definitely had a great start to his career, but he has not had the greatest showing the last couple of races, so he's hoping for another strong finish as well. But he's 29th, so he's got a lot of work to do. As we see two teammates right here working, Baxter and Weber. Baxter is in, I think, her second race. So I think she's happy to have a teammate right behind her to help her out a little bit. And we see the 9 of Jarvie working on the 14. We'll see if he's able to get past him, but it doesn't look like it because he did not have any help on that inside line. We take a look at Pitch is going for the lead. He's getting a little bit of help from Cargo, so we'll see if he's going to. But Cargo actually bounced up to help Ward out, and both of them basically zipped quickly past the 6 of Pitch. And Cargo now is looking on the inside to see maybe he's going to want to try to take the lead here at that start and finish line. It doesn't look like he had the run, but he was able to get second place and is right on the tail of Ward in that 10 car. And then the 42 of Green working that outside going extremely fast. So it looks like the 54 and the 10 are going to start pulling away as they're drafting extremely close. We'll see if the 54 of Cargo can get a run on this turn to see if he's going to be able to whip past the 10 of Ward, just like he did with the Pitch of 6, as Pitch drop stack another position behind Green. We take a look at some of the battling going on in the back. Looks like there is some racing for the 26th and 25th position here. Most of these guys are hoping for a good finish today, but it's still early. We're on lap 8 of 57, so we still got a long ways to go. Yeah, looks like the ticker broke again. I'm gonna have to definitely look at that. I'm not sure if it started. I know it said it was waiting for a time, but looks like maybe turned it off and back on a few times. Ended up breaking the connection. Where it looks like the cargo in the 54 did back off a little on that 10 car of Ward. And while he's backing off, he definitely has the 42 to contend with, as the 42 has had a few decent runs. If we take a look at these leaders entering the turn, looks like the pitch in that 6 tried to get a little run, but definitely did not have a quick enough car in entering into that corner. For the most part, most cars are starting to spread out, so we'll definitely see how it goes. So take a look at the 90 passing the 97. So it does look like Bowers has moved up one position at least, but it does look like he is off the pace a little bit. These cars are going about 100 or 205 in the corner. It looks like Baxter in that 32 has moved up a few positions. It looks like she's going to be shooting for a top position hopefully today. As we see the 18 working on the 23. We'll see if Guerrero, who's had a decent run this most of this season, though these last couple of races he has not had the greatest finish, so he is 16th. It does look like the 23 did end up getting a good run out of that corner and is pulling away, and it looks like he's going to contend for the next position with that 24 car, as Jarvie looks like he's getting a decent run on the outside of Guerrero on that 18. Looks like that outside line is not very fast, as we see Jarvie just did not have that run. We take a look at the top 5 position with number 4. He's trying to work that inside of the 17 of Mass. Doesn't look like he's going to get at that turn. So we do see the 6 is out of line, though he is battling cargo in that 54, though he's not going to get any help from Green, it looks like. So it looks like Green now may be taking the inside of the 6, but decides not to. And ends up getting passed by this group right here. Looks like the 6 may have slowed down a little bit and caused him to check up and get off the gas. So it looks like that 4 did take over that 4th position, and Green in that gray 42 is stuck on that inside line with no help. He's definitely not where he wants to be. As with all this battling going on, Ward in that 10 car is getting a little bit more of a lead, as we're on lap 13 of 57. As it looks like Thorne in the 0 is slowly moving up with the 29. Though the 29 is starting to look on the inside, but doesn't look like he's going to have a run. Like that 29 tried to go on the outside or inside, but there's absolutely no help on that inside. You'll definitely need a good run to get that inside line to work in the straightaway unless you have some help. Though that outside line that 4 is trying to use usually is not working, but he's got a great run on that exiting that corner and got to the side of the 6, but again that outside line is not working as great as the 17 and the 0 are now about to try to pass him. Though I think the 17 had to slow down, which is now going to slow up the pack right behind him. as the 4 and the 0 now working to pass the 6 for the 4th position. Looks like there is a bunch of movement going on in the back. Looks like the 6 was able to stop the 0 at least that time, but ended up going a little too high into that corner, leaving open for the 0, but the 0 is not going to be able to pass him. We take a look at these two cars who are considerably off the pace. As we see this small group forming right back here with Emerson and this group. No, Emerson is not having his greatest season right now, so he's hoping to get a few strings or a few high finishing races so that he can get on track for a decent finish and hopefully come back next year for a good showing. Currently in the 29th position, so he definitely has some work to do. As we see, the 42 is still dropping. He's dropped down to 9th place, maybe 10th place after his battling for a top 5 position. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him, see if there's any issues going on or if he just got caught on a bad line. Because it looks like the 17 again is going slow as well. It looks like he causing the 51 to slow down a little bit. We take a look at the start or the top 3 positions. It looks like the 54 and the 4 are basically linked together and caught up to the number 10 board extremely fast. And now it looks like the 54 and the 10 may start pulling away if the 54 does not want to try to take that lead from the 10. Though I know he definitely wants to, though there's still a ton of race left. Take a look at some of these back cars, see if anybody's dropped too much. Like that 42 is still pretty far back. He's dropped to 12th currently. Looks like maybe he may be back up to speed. As the 17 now is in 8th position. It looks like Walker Sr. is moving up actually extremely quickly in that 3 car. As the top 3 still have not changed. As we last saw them, we're on lap 19 of 57. We now looks like we have a string of cars almost all the way back. It looks like the 4 thought about trying to take that 2nd place from 54, but that left him out and the 0 caught up to him. It looks like she may try one of these laps coming up. Now Walker Sr. is right there, right on her back bumper. So it looks like Walker Sr. is definitely extremely fast at this track, which is definitely good, especially the last couple showings. He has not performed very well. He is right on her back bumper. So if he does not, or if she doesn't look out, he may turn her. As he jumps to the inside, looks like he'll get a tiny bit of drafting help by the 4, but not enough as the 0 turns it down, tries to cut it off, but the 3 is still there, as well as the 4. 4 is going for 2nd place, but definitely did not get that run. As now the 4 is trying to get past the 0. Yeah, you see the huge line is choosing to follow that 4 car, which is leaving that 6 in a bad place, especially if this string of cars keeps staying. It looks like there isn't going to be a break for him to jump down, but it looks like they are taking some pit stops, so it looks like they did slow down a ton. Oh, it looks like 54 ended up bumping hard into the back of Ward. Not sure what that was about. Yeah, some of these guys are taking extremely dangerous dives down to get into the pit road. As we see this first group of cars taking their pit stop for the 21st lap. Looks like Emerson in that 84 did get a pretty decent pit stop. As looks like Ward in that 10 and that 54 had to get a few extra seconds to bang out a few of those dents that were caused during the altercation. As it looks like Srivastava slammed into the side of Walker Jr. Not sure what that was about, but definitely not what he wanted to see. As we see this first group now starting to get back up to speed. As we see the 23 and the 6 now battling. These two are both teammates, so they definitely should be careful. As now it looks like the 23 has decided to jump into the pits. Looks like he got in there safely. As this second group is now coming out into the pits, hopefully nobody jumps into the raceway too early. We saw that, I think, in an earlier race. As it looks like this third group is now starting to finish. It looks like for the most part everybody's staying where they should. Nobody is jumping up until this first corner, which is fine. Oh, looks like missed something with the 42, as he is sitting with a missing his hood. Why did they take out his hood? Let's go take a look to see why they took the hood off of Green in this 42. It looks like he has some heavy damage. Must have happened. Oh, he looks like he took a. Looks like. Yeah, he hard hit. Looks like too much speed going into the pit road, and that's not going to be good, as he was one of the top drivers. Definitely not what he wanted to see, as that's going to definitely hurt his speed in the long run. We take a look at this 9 trying to take on the 25. He's definitely riding right on his bumper. We'll see if he's going to able to end up passing him. And this is a battle just for 3rd or 29th, and it looks like the 9 definitely did not get a run in that corner. We take a look at Brooks. Brooks right now is 22nd, so we still got a lot of work to do. So there's still a lot of race to go. As it looks like the 6 of Pitch is currently in first place. Emerson in the 84 is second place. I don't think he has that fast of a car, so I don't think he will be up there too long. As we see this top 10 battle between I think Baxter in a 32, Grubb at 15, and the 29 of Torres. It looks like for the most part they are staying right next to each other, as Grubb actually takes the inside line on Baxter of the 32. Though he definitely lost his run, and the 29 of Torres is now trying to take that position, as he does pretty easily with a little bit of help from the draft of 32 of Baxter. We do see a few cars out. I mean, it does look like there are a few lap cars. We take the time to take a look at right now the starting. Pitch, Emerson, Davis, Mass, Haas. And as we scroll down, it looks like Srivastava and Enfinger are both 4 laps down. I think they are still in the pits. Ramsey and Martinez is 1 lap down. And then with Thorne, James, and Green both towards the end. And as we see the 6 working to lap down the 99, and then Emerson in that 84 almost clips the corner of that 99 car. We could definitely see why he has not had too many great finishes, as he was extremely reckless in that turn. So we'll definitely see if the pitch in that 6 car lets him get too close to him, or if he just moves out of the way to stay out of that 84's reckless driving. As we see Thorne and the 23 of Adams, and both of these guys were up in the top, though after the pit stop looks like they did not have the greatest pit stops and are now towards the end with the leaders catching him. And then we have Green, who looked like he was going to have a pretty good race today, but entering into the pits ended up slamming hard into the back of another car, and that basically takes him out of the running for at least, you know, a top 10 position, though this is Talladega, so you never know what could happen. Take a look. Looks like Brooks is starting to move up. That is definitely good for him. We see a few cars battling it out. See Grubb still working to try to get past the 32 of Baxter, as he's currently in 9th position, so it's definitely a good position for him to be in at this point in the race, as we are on lap 30 of 57. So he has not been able to get past this 32. Definitely have to keep an eye on him. As yeah, you definitely see that the 42 is going extremely slow, which could cause some issues once these leaders catch up to him. It looks like the 84 of Emerson did catch up to the 6, but then the 6 looks like he got a decent run and ended up pulling away a little bit. We got a little bit of time to go. There's some battling going on in the back. Here, looks like the top 15 battle 3 wide with the 54, the 31, 24, and the 99. It looks like 99 is just a lap car that's just in the way. It looked like he almost got turned. Looks like he will get back into the track without causing any issues, but definitely probably not too happy about the way he was treated right there. As it looks like Brooks is starting to head backwards in the pack, so definitely keep an eye on that. It looks like 33 of Weber is working extremely hard to stay in front of that 22. As the leader still not caught up to that 42 that has that heavy front end damage. We are on lap 33 of 57. It looks like Emerson is slowly but surely catching up to the 6, which may happen once that 6 catches that damaged 42 car. Of course, depending on how long it takes them to pass him, those other 2 lap covers of, I think, Thorne and Adams may be safe. Really depends on how fast they are able to get past this much slower car of 42. So overall, no cautions yet. I know I definitely did not mess with the I&I file very much. So they should race pretty clean. No crash every single lap like some of the other ones. As it looks like the 6 and the 84 has finally caught up to the 42. It looks like the 84 caught up to the 6 much quicker than I thought. It looks like they may try to split the 42, but not going to happen as the 84 got stuck behind him. But it looks like the 84 and the 6 may... Well, I thought they were going to pass him pretty quickly. But it looks like the 42 just basically linked up with the 6's draft and just got pulled past the 84. It looks like the 80 or the 42 is definitely keeping up speed with the draft of the 6. So it looks like in the turn he is not keeping with the draft. So it looks like he is starting to fall back. We take a look, see if there's any pack racing going on. It looks like Jarvie, looks like this 99 car is definitely a lot slower than most of the other cars, as he's already had one issue with the car trying to turn him to get him out of the way. But looks like Jarvie is going to go the clean route and just speed past him. And we have the 4 working on this 97. Like Paul. Looks like right now he's just following Paul along. And may try to make a pass here as he is following him really closely. So he's going to jump to the inside and see if he's going to pass him on this corner right here. I mean, it looks like he should. But the 797 looks like he got a great run out of that corner. Definitely have to keep an eye on that. Looks like Martinez is now working on the 33 of Weber. As they got close exiting that corner. It's a battle for 37th position. As again, the 22 of Martinez working that inside corner of Weber. Definitely has to be careful not to bump it too hard. But it looks like he has a little bit of help by the 12 and the 80 if he decides, though. It doesn't look like he made a decision, so 12 of Bishop decides to go on the inside, which opens up room for Martinez on the outside of Weber in that 33. And here comes Brooks in the 80. Didn't have a chance to get past the 33 in that corner, but it looks like on the straightaway he's going to pull ahead. We take a look at this. A battle going on here for 12th position. Looks like the 14th of Gonzalez is trying to get past King in this 11 car. Definitely King needs a good showing here at Talladega. It looks like the 14 thought about the outside, but definitely the outside is not where you want to be. We take a look. Looks like most of the other cars have passed that damaged 42. And still the Emerson is right behind that 6. Looks like a few of these cars has passed Hannah in that 16 car, who's in 38th. So these guys are slowly catching up to that 17 car or 16 car of Hannah. As it looks like the 17 is now turned to work on the 42. So it looks like the 42, even with that damaged front end missing the hood, he's still a decently fast car. It's just he's probably in these turns he's not able to keep the speed that these guys are able to keep. It looks like the 55 of O'Brien now is looking, trying to see where he can pass this 10, and he's going to get some help by the 32 of Baxter, though the 10 did close that door, at least in that corner. which is going to end up having the 55 slow down a bit, which is going to leave, well, at least it left a little bit of room for Baxter, but it looks like she was not able to get past. Walker Jr. coming out of the pits. Maybe the start of this second group of pit stops. As we see battle for a couple cars trying to see if they can get a top 30 position. As 38 dives down to the front, or down to the corner of that 90 car. Because that 90 car does have some back end damage, so probably entering in the pit, somebody slammed into him. Though it does look like 16 Hannah did get a decent burst of speed right there. And is now trying to pass the 23 of Adams. We're at about 230 miles an hour here. It looks like Thorne in that 0 is going extremely slow, at least that corner. As we see Hannah 16 is just moving up this group of cars extremely fast. Looks like a couple more cars in the pits. Looks like the 42 is jumping in. It looks like the leaders are coming in, as the 55 looks like he came in extremely fast. He may get a black flag for that, as he had to careen off almost into the grass. So we will keep an eye on what the officials want to do there, as the 7 of Srivastava and the 97 now are working on, looks like this much slower 57 car. Looks like they may be able to pass him with little issue. Though they do have to contend with Bishop, I believe, in this 12, who is going extremely slow. But it does look like, well, they might. It looks like they just had to slow down a little bit. So the 12 now is right behind this 57, as he had to, 57 just slowed down a ton. The second group of pit goers are going in. Looks like maybe Emerson might have came out in the lead. So we'll have to keep an eye on them as we see this third group heading into the pits. Overall, looks like no issues currently. Nobody bumping into each other, at least yet. I may have spoken too soon, as the 3 slams hard into the 15. That is not what the 15 wanted to see, as the 15 is going like backwards in the pits. And you can see there is some front end damage on the 51. He's definitely going to have to come back into the pits. Not what he wanted to see, especially during the green flag. We see everybody still working their way through the pits. What is pit rotation? We see Brooks in this 80 car. He has a ton of work to do. He's in 20th position, though. He probably should move up once he passes the start-finish line. He should move down to 24th. He looked like he had a fast car this race, but it does not look like he is going to be able to pull this one off, as he's got 23 positions to go in about 10 laps. It looks like there may be some issues going on with that 30 car. He might not be able to get to... Alright, looks like somebody came and picked him up. So it looks like Sheets is having some issues. Looks like there is a decent pack forming here. Like a top 20 battle going on between the 33 of Weber, the 5 of Williams. There's some 3 wide battling going on. As Shrivastava looks like he got pushed back a little bit. So I think he's mostly just racing for a position. I think he's had some issues earlier in the races. Looks like that 97 is definitely going much slower than these cars are. It's definitely causing an issue, especially for that 20 who's got caught behind him. Definitely not going to make that 20 happy, as he's trying to work either on the inside or outside. But that outside line is extremely slow, and that inside line is held up by, right now, Williams in that 5. It looks like after all of that, he's going to be able to pass the 97. And another battle going on right here. Looks like Green getting stuck in this little pack. As a 12 looking on the inside of the 24. The 24 is having some help by the 11. So it looks like Cargill now in the 54 is helping the 12. So we'll see if he's able to push him through, especially since he's on the inside line. So even with all that help, that 24 and 11 using that outside line ended up getting past him, as that 24 and 11 almost touch, causing all these lines of cars led by the 12 of Bishop to basically go right past him. As ooh, they're going 4 wide. Uh-oh. That's not what Green wanted to see, as the 12 goes over. As yeah, it looks like Martinez, Green, and Bishop get involved in a wreck. Well, it looks like the only wreck so far today. As it looks like we may have a sprint to the finish, as we will go under caution. It does not look like there will be any other issues. As we take a look at what happened there. So it looks like the 22 came down a little bit on the 4. Actually, I think it started before that. They were reacting to Bishop. As we see here, looks like some tapping between Cargo and the 54 caused them to slow down, which ended up making a 4 wide, and 4 wide in any race is bad, as the 11 of King just cuts off the 12 of Bishop, and Bishop had nowhere to go but to turn into the 54. As everybody else was able to save face, but Bishop going into the wall. I mean, he's no control here. He's just hard on the brakes, trying to get his car to stop spinning, and just turns right in the middle of Green and the 22 of Martinez. I mean, the 14 so lucky, and the 20 of Wayne King super lucky. Getting past him there, especially as the 12 goes over. We take a cockpit view in real time, and yeah, there was nothing that he could do. And then, yeah, I know his day is definitely over. We fast forward back to live. Looks like we still have about a lap to go, so we can take a look. Looks like Pitches in first, Emerson second, Davis third, Grubb fourth in the 15, O'Brien, Mass, Torres, Haas, J. King, and Reeves are the top 10. So it looks like Grubb in that 15 ended up moving up with that pit rotation. Looks like Bishop, Martinez, Sheets are all out. Who? 42. Martinez and Bishop. Yeah, all three of those guys were in that wreck. They're all out. I mean, these guys right down here have a little bit of time. A couple more laps to go to pass these guys. Oh, but it looks like somebody has blown an engine. Definitely not what O'Brien wanted to see. The 55 definitely, especially on lap 52 of 57, blowing an engine. Not going to make his team very happy. So as long as he can get back to the pits in a decent amount of time, shouldn't cause any other issues. The 90 was able to come out back out into the race. He was running fifth too, so he was definitely having a good race. There's still a few cars mixed in here, a couple lapped cars. As we're about to hit lap 53 of 57, we'll definitely see if this is going to let us go back to green and have a couple more laps of green. So we could definitely see a decent run to the finish with about 4 laps to go after, if they're able to go green next time by. No, it looks like it's still got at least one more. So it looks like the 55 ended up getting into the pits, so he may have needed a little bit of help by a truck, which is causing us to have to run one more lap. As O'Brien now is in 31st position, so 5th to 31st, definitely not what he wanted to see. We take a look at the standings again. You see O'Brien, he's still trying to figure out if he's going to be able to get back into the race, though he's not going to have a great finish anymore. So he was running 5th place, was definitely very good for a rookie in his, I think, 2nd race. But it looks like he will be going for a 30th position now. And then looks like Sheets is 4 laps down in the 31. And then Enfinger and Bowers both 6 laps down. So they are basically just racing to try to get a few more laps in. As we take a look at some of these cars going by, we'll see if we're able to go green flag next time by, which I think we should be able to. So overall, been a pretty clean race. Looks like we'll be going green flag next time by. So we are on at 54, so on 57 or 55 we'll be going green. But overall, pretty clean race. Only one real wreck, one small issue during I guess two issues during pit stops. One where I think the 15, no, I think it was the 54 got turned, or 51 got turned around, and another where the 42 slammed in the back of another car. And then the other wreck that caused this green or caution flag between the 12 of Bishop getting turned, and then the 42 of Green, who was already not having the greatest day, slammed into him, and then Martinez had nowhere to go and slammed into the back of him. But overall, still a pretty clean race, especially for Talladega. No big one. Definitely could still be a big one, especially with the end of the race coming, with only a couple laps left. We'll be going green for a quick sprint to the checkered. So we will definitely keep an eye on that. So I think we may do some sort of event after this one as well to see, some sort of exhibition event. So we will take a look at that. So we are going green flag next time by. It does look like the 55 did pull out of the race. As the 6 is getting ready to see if he could hold off about 30 other cars who really would like to finish first. As we see the pace car pull into the pits, as we see what kind of run the 6 can get on this green flag. Yeah, the 99 probably will hold up everybody. Looks like they are getting the green, and the 6 looks like he got a decent run. So we do let's take a look at this 99. As the 99 does basically cause everybody to bunch. Let's see what happens. He is going extremely. Oh, Jay King in that 11 is getting screwed. He got pushed back like 10 to 15 spots. As the second pack is starting to form, I'm still amazed that nobody has crashed yet. Very good driving, but it has caused a ton of cars to get pushed towards the back. Still, that 99 still has not finished getting pushed all the way to the back, as we are hitting another lap. Looks like they may try to split him, and it looks like they will, but that 90 is also going extremely slow, but he started towards the end of the race or track anyway, as that 38 is just trying to get past these guys to try for a good showing. As it looks like for the most part, that group of cars has stretched out. Do we look back at some of these other cars that are coming out through? We take a look at the lead. I believe they got the white flag, and it looks like Emerson looks like he's starting to close the gap on that 6, but he may not have a chance. He may need some help by that 29. If that 29 and 84 of Emerson can link up, that could definitely let them catch up to the 6. As it doesn't look like they will, as the 29 looks like he's going to go on the inside to try to see if he can finish second, as the 6 is almost to the green or the checkered flag as he takes the win. Looks like Emerson probably finished second, definitely what he wanted to see. As it looks like there were nothing crazy happening on that last lap, though it looks like there was a ton of movement though, as that 99 got stuck in the front and ended up pushing a ton of decent cars to the end of the track or end of the pack. So definitely congratulations to them. We take a look at a couple. Looks like camshaft. O'Brien had a camshaft error or issue. The 99 did finish 32nd though, so he actually did not have that bad of a race. But he did push a lot of these guys back towards the back of the pack. So some of these guys definitely are not happy with him. Let's see. I know I'm watching a stream on my phone, and it's basically exactly where I'm located at. It might be the Twitch stream may be stuck. Let me see which one's live. I don't believe. So which stream are you watching, Jarvie? Yeah, because I'm on the both YouTube and Twitch, and they're both at the same place. So yeah, so Pitch ends up winning this race, so definitely good. So let's go save this because I know it's going to freeze and close the thing. So that is saved. Ooh, click done. Yeah, congratulations, it's a huge, super loud. And yeah, E Green loses 34 positions on a 40th finish. So definitely not what Green wanted to see. Alright, so let's start up something. Let's see what kind of extra race we can do. So let's see, tracks, do something. We can do a Talladega race, and we can do, at least try this one. Let's try point. Oh, let's try 0.90. Save. All right, let's try Talladega with like 0 drafting distance. So we can see if we can get a Carnage event here at Talladega. See if we can get a big one going. 42. We'll we'll do a 10-lap sprint, no caution flags. And we can see what happens.
Drivers.
Alright, fast forward, see who gets to start. Looks like King in the 11, so he's definitely, getting screwed in the last race. And then Enfinger, Ramsey, Bowers, Yates, Carter, Baxter, Davis, and Jarvie. Yeah, looks like all these guys are going to have to play watch out.
Drivers.
So we take a look, see. I don't think it ever blew an engine, hopefully not. No, it doesn't look like it. So let's see what King can do in this 11. And we can see what will happen. Everybody's starting to bunch up. Oh, benching is definitely good. As we see this 10-lap sprint with everybody trying to spin each other out for the win. Let's see what we can do. And green flag. So far nobody is turning, but we may have a 3-wide battle for the lead. Looks like we will. As there is already multiple cars into the wall. It looks like 57 definitely stayed out of that. As there is multiple cars, there's the big one right there. As the 3, is that the 33 is coming in and nowhere to go, slams hard into the back of the 05. So we scrolled up to see the leaders, see who's died the leaders. Like 4 ended up getting pushed into the wall. Yeah, look at that pitch again. He is a racer for, he's a super speedway racer. He's trying to win again. As we are just on lap 2. Let's see if any of these leaders go into the wall. Looks like the 14 may try to spin the 23. Looks like he made room for him. So that 29 just cut in there. That 33 of Weber still trying to work his way. I think there's going to be multiple slow cars. It looks like he's jumping into the pits. That's definitely good. It still looks like the leaders for the most part staying pretty clean. So that 54 of Cargo is definitely looking very dangerously at that 29. So it does look like he has decided to back off a little bit. You see any battles going on here? There are a couple going on here. They're still mostly straight non-pack racing. May have to adjust some of the ratings to maybe be a restrictor place race. Definitely won't get as much speed, but I think they would pack up a little bit more. We're on lap 4 of 10. So really only one big one. So there's definitely still time. As we see the 51 and the 15 almost get into each other. As the 15 right now has tons of side damage. So definitely don't want teammates to get into it with each other. overall pretty clean so far. About halfway through. As these two teammates still are right next to each other. Definitely have to keep an eye on them. Especially once they get back to the garage. It looks like that 55 is working on that 23. As that 23 is, ooh, the cargo almost went down into the inside, but it looks like he ended up catching it. So definitely good on him, though he's definitely probably going a little bit slower than he wants to right now. Let's see if Jarvie, who has some heavy damage, can get past this 22. Looks like he probably will. Looks like for the most part, just this front pack right here may be where the next issue is. So it looks like they are starting to stretch out. So it looks like this battle for the lead is going to get a lot harder, as that 11 right now is riding the back of the 38 of Parker. Looks like at least that lap they're going to go clean. Oh, it looks like the 10 ended up getting pushed into the wall a little bit. It looks like the 6 looks like he looked on the inside, but that 11 closed the door pretty dangerously. As it looked like the 11 thought the 6 was going to follow him, but it looks like the 6 has decided to go with Parker and leaving that 11 out to dry. That 11 got passed by the 25 of Torres, as now the 6 is going to go for the lead here. So we're in lap 8 of 10. There's only 2 laps to go. Looks like a little bit of battling going on, but for the most part, everybody has stretched out. So it looks like the battle will be at this top or at this front position. It looks like the 6 definitely got into that corner extremely slow, as that 29 passed him with ease. As Parker right now in this 38 is starting to drive away, as he's not what we wanted to see. So it looks like maybe it is back up and running. Definitely not good. Keeps disconnecting. Not sure why he keeps disconnecting. I'll have to keep a look into that, as I haven't had any issues until basically last race and then this race. It's interesting. Let's see if we can finish this race, as we only have 1 lap to go. As leaders, ARCA card is starting to catch some lapped cars, as the 38 right now has the 6 to worry about, though he may not. It does not look like they are going to catch that lapped car, as right now looks like the 29 is going on the side. The 6 is trying to cut him off there, as they're going to try to see if the 6 can push. It looks like the 6 might be able to win that one. That's actually going to be an extremely close finish. Not exactly sure who won that race. So I'm looking at the replay right here on the stream. That is close. Let's go ahead and take a look at the official standings. It looks like Pitch, he won by 0.02, almost 0.03, as he goes on a 2-peat. So we take a look at this pack right here, could cause some issues. heading into the pits. It looks like half of them are gonna maybe stay out. Oh, it looks like they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, it looks like everybody got sorted out. So hopefully not too many people got disconnected from that race. I know it looks like I lost the stream of maybe Twitch, not sure which one, but definitely an interesting race as we could take a look. I mean, once they got stretched out, it was pretty decent. It looks like 31 cars finished, so about 10 cars got ended up getting crashed out. So Yates, Thorne, King, Brooks, Srivastava, Williams, Emerson, Weber, Baxter, and Carter all got taken out on that first wreck. So it looks like 2 teammates right here, 2 teammates right here, both got pulled out or got taken out. But yeah, it looks like some decent people finished here. Exhibition 11. I think that's about what we're on. I look like 54 is definitely extremely late to the party. I think he took an extra lap there. All right, so I think we are going to call it a night. So it looks like Pitch won both of the races, though the second exhibition race really wasn't a carnage event. I mean, it did lose 10 drivers, but that's about normal for a Talladega race. One big one, but definitely needed to maybe get closer. But yeah, so definitely thank you for joining me here at the Talladega. So we'll definitely try to update everything tomorrow, see if we can get another race this weekend, and then see what we can do about some more exhibition events. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see